Scratty B says, I like the Moonlight Night better. His motivational speeches are way more brutal, I think.
Were
I
thought they were
really
more the
dislike.
same.
I like Moonlight Night, but I also, even now, like I realize now I've had this my whole life. One of my least favorite things in TV is like an arc where a character doesn't know who they are or doesn't like has a disconnect in terms of their knowledge after they've known a thing. Do you know what I mean? So like
Also, when
at the
people go all Lawrence of Arabia because it's romantic.
Yeah, also gross Orientalism. Both of those things. But, like, I don't remember what it was that we were watching recently. But, like amnesia episodes, anything that ever happens, but like that, it always just it irks me in a really weird way. I don't know why. Like,
The
I don't think
Mentalist did that. You might mean that might be what you're thinking of.
I might be.
It did like a weird amnesia episode.
Yeah.
forget stuff? What do you mean exactly?
Like
when somebody discovers something and then for plot convenience,
it's not even.
they
It's
just
not.
forget it.
It's
or...
not for plot. No, not for plot convenience. Like the plot of an episode or an arc is, hey, we had this status quo where all these characters were in on something, and now to complicate things for 6 to 12 episodes or whatever. No, no, they don't know it anymore. And lots of shows do it like often, and sometimes it isn't forgetfulness even. Like this year's Hannibal had this for the first like 6 or 7 episodes.
Oh yeah.
And it just, I think a big part of it is I know as a watcher that we're going to come back to the status quo again. And so there's no stakes for me in that. In that Darien becomes the Moonlight Night. Like, yeah, dog, it's going to get back to, it's going to be Darien. Like, everyone's going to figure that out again. So.
Right. Sailor Moon does that so many times,
I know.
where like something is introduced and everyone is like, "Oh, is this bad? What is this?" Like every time a new Sailor Scout is introduced, it's like, "Oh, are they on our team? Are they evil?" Every time like a little girl shows up with like sort of pink or red hair, they're like, "Who is this?"
The thing that crushed me is like that's the entirety of Moonlight Night, and it's he himself who doesn't know. It's not like it's because the thing with Moonlight Night is that it's like Darien himself doesn't. It's like his own subconscious is split or some bullshit, right? It's not just him.
Yeah, because he doesn't. That's when Sarah in the chat, new type lady, points out that was the Moonlight Night stuff was done during the sort of filler chunk. Right. With the space tree and the aliens and stuff, where Tuxedo Mask doesn't like remember who he is and stuff. And
that's the bit that drives me crazy the most, I think. And I don't know why. Like, I don't have an argument for this. It's just like a weird, like it's a very physical unease about those, whatever things that take that storyline, especially over an extended period of time. I think Moonlight Night just represents it really well because like that's the entirety of his bit. It's not just a one-off episode or something.
Right, yeah. Yeah, that entire character is like bullshit.
It's
in a lot of
than,
ways.
Yeah, exactly. And it's different than like being a movie or a show about amnesia, where at the start someone doesn't know something and then they learn across, over the course of a thing. It's specifically, to like clarify for people in the chat, for me, it's specifically when we as the audience know a thing, the character knows a thing, and then the character stops knowing that thing, and especially about themselves. Like,
I think it's frustrating because it feels like you've taken steps back from what you signed on
and
for.
Sometimes you can cool stuff with it. I think that Mentalist episode was actually very good.
Also, it was only one episode that helped.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. It was like a whole season.
Right.
So now everyone's like, we gotta fight the bad things. We're gonna Exposition forever. Evil Crystal. He's under the spell of the Evil Crystal, and then everyone's like, no, you're not that guy. You're... Something about the wise man, Queen Beryl. I don't remember this. This seems new.
Yeah.
This specific, dudes looking at him from the crystal thing seems new.
Scratty and Wars, you guys are definitely talking about this.
You're the prince, you're of Earth, you're our master, and Sailor Moon's princess, and Yep. Yep. Where do you think he got that tuxedo?
Rental.
Oh, gross. This is also new art, and it's terrible.
Oh my god.
Oh.
I'm starting to wonder if there are sections that didn't play with the previous emulator because of the way that PC Engine emulation works with, like, playing chunks and stuff in order, using cues and stuff, I think.
Yeah.
This section does not quite work for me. I think it looks kind of silly.
I really don't like the solid colors that they chose as the background
Yeah.
too.
I get what's going on here, but all these poses look very awkward.
That too, yeah.
That's a new sound for sure. It's like a weird, sort of bubbly, gross sound.
So are we saying that this is not actually Queen Beryl, maybe, and that this is something
No, it's
that,
like an external force.
Right.
Oh
Well, I mean, Queen Beryl was already acting
yeah, she was
Right,
always
right,
a
right.
half of someone, so...
Yeah.
This is always the weirdest thing where he's just, like, looking
This is fucking
at
mouth
tiny
open.
versions of them, like,
Yeah.
what is happening?
Space God Darien looks on.
Gobstopper. Someone threw some gobstoppers. He's gonna catch him in his mouth. No, Joshy, none of us know Japanese, but we've at this point we've played this. This is our 4th time playing this. Oh, vampire
Is she
mouth.
crying or sweating?
Sweating.
Yeah. And yeah, this is one of those games that a lot of people haven't heard of. When you ask people who generally know about anime video games in general, about, you know, Sailor Moon games, they will probably just name the arcade games and the Super Nintendo, Super Famicom games, the fighting games, and the RPG and the puzzle games. But that's like a 10th, maybe, or like maybe like a quarter or a 5th, or some other arbitrary number that I could make up of the sort of full scope of Sailor Moon games. There's a ridiculous number of them that just no one plays. I wonder why. I've been hitting the X button so much.
That's a really good show.
Yeah, big fan.
I suspect that this might stay my favorite game throughout the series.
Yeah.
Because it definitely is so far.
I can tell you I've taken like hundreds of screenshots of this game. Sorry I'm late. You're always late. I got electrocuted last night. You could show up on time for once. Give me an ice pack or something. Got these weird scars now. Kind of cool, I don't know. Well, I guess I'm gonna run away from you. Bye. I'm gonna run off this show forever. No one will know where I went. Because you don't need me anymore because you have other friends.
She stays around.
No, I feel like she does just vanish at one point, though.
No, I mean, it's not until, like, S that happens, and there's a conversation that they have, like, in her last episode, yeah.
What is it?
Where she's like, I understand that you have, like, bigger stuff going on right now.
Oh, that's
Right.
the saddest.
Yeah,
pretty
well,
sad.
it kind of hints at the fact that, like, Naru
How could she not know?
knows, yeah.
She's had direct contact with Sailor Moon, and no one else in the entire city has that hair.
Oh my god, there's an episode where, there's a whole arc of the show where like the evil force is trying to find out which teenage girls are the Sailor Scouts. And there's specifically an episode where Jedi. Actually, I think it's Nephrite. He's running like a free ice skating lessons thing. And they have like a computer, and the computer has like the Sailor Scouts like basic body shapes. And then it's like scanning girls on the ice for like a match.
Oh, Christ.
And it's like, just look at the hair. Like, it's not that hard. Just... That's... the show is really rough.
Those earrings. I mean, why do you look so sad?
She always does. That's her eye shape. She has sad eyes. It's true. There's a thing, like a piece of art that someone did that's just all of the Sailor Scouts' eye shapes. And they all have very distinct, very, very distinct shapes, like you can recognize. I think Sailor Uranus has the angriest eyes, with Sailor Pluto and Sailor Mars tied for second.
That's fair.
Oh. The end. I think maybe. There we go. There we go. That is the end. I was just waiting for it to.
No, actually, get there.
Yep. Get our nice credit sequence with our soft wind down music. Our soft, very 90s wind down music.
Of course.
That's adorable. Never Scream have that before. I feel like some of this is new. Was I not paying close attention before? Has it just been that long? It's been like 2 months.
It might have been that long. It might have been more than 2 months since we did this game specifically.
Yeah.
It might have been exactly 2 months. Oh boy.
Did they even have a camera back then?
Yeah, I feel
adorable
like
snapshots. Yeah,
any of this.
I don't.
Has the credit scene just never loaded?
No, it has. We've definitely seen the credits before. I just.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna keep taking all the fucking screenshots of this.
Because I feel like I know. Why is his hat like twice as big there?
I don't know.
Did you notice that?
His hat size has been really inconsistent this game. Maybe the credit sequence just never played the full
I really think
time
it may
before.
Not.
Huh.
Maybe that other emulator we were using was just garbage.
That's totally possible.
Yeah, I think that might be what's happening.
So yeah, in our off time, you should definitely try to get there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will definitely see if that's possible.
Also, Scratty, I am not following the DiGiorno Twitter feed. Okay.
Max. These are the people who are Max.
Total Max.
Saint Hack. Fucking 90s music for real. We have definitely seen this. So I just think maybe the credits didn't play completely? I don't know. It's very weird.
Yeah.
Maybe did we just stop or something in the past?
No, we always watch it to the end.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Are we just in the place where, like, we've come around? Like, we were really impressed by this game, and then we were just, like, super tired of it. And then we didn't play it for a while, so we're returning to it.
Totally possible.
And we're impressed again.
I'm checking right now.
Well,
Should I not? Do you not want me to check?
We should do our wrap-up.
Okay.
So yeah, thanks for joining us live. If you joined us live on twitch.tv/bleatingheart, BLEATINGHEART. for Let's Play 20 plus years of Sailor Moon. And if you missed the beginning of this, or the end of this, although I don't know how you would be hearing me say this if you had, you'll be able to go to the YouTube playlist. My YouTube username is the same as my Twitch username, so if you know one, you know the other.
Okay.
To watch the entire thing and also watch the other Sailor Scout stories from this game. And next week we'll be doing Sailor Moon, and if presuming that Sailor Jupiter's story is still broken, we'll be done then. But otherwise, we'll have to go back and do Sailor Jupiter. So yeah, I've been Janine Hawkins at Bleating Heart on Twitch and Twitter and YouTube, and I've been joined by...
I'm Austin Walker. You can find me on Twitter at Austin_Walker. Tech on Twitch, ClockworkWorlds.com. Also, yeah, these credits are different. The old credits just had like that big final splash, I think. I don't like the one that's on the screen right now. Mm-hmm. That's the only one that I'm seeing in the old feed.
Were the credits different between like Sailor Venus and Sailor Mercury?
I haven't dug that deep yet. Oh, wait. Maybe I'm just wrong.
I don't know why Ray would get the cutest pictures.
I don't know.
Me either.
Maybe everyone gets different stuff and we literally just didn't notice.
Oh, maybe we just didn't notice. Sorry, Allie, go ahead.
Anyway, I am Alicia Akampora, and I am Allie_West at Twitter.
I think they just get different pictures. I think they just.
And we really didn't notice.
I think.
Huh.
That's really surprising and weird.
Like this Amy one is just. Oh wait, no. I think we were just because here's that one with Sailor Moon and Tuxedo Mask, and they're like looking.
So we just didn't notice.
We just didn't pay attention.
Yeah, we.
I'm also very afraid to turn up the volume here and hear us talk about how cool these pictures are. I just not remember.
It's been a while. Like, when did that stream happen? Months
like
ago.
February,
point, right?
probably.
Like a while ago. We were all pretty much different people.
Mm-hmm.
That's not true.
Huh. Well.
Anyway.
Thanks for joining us, everyone, and have a good night. Have
good
a
night,
good
Internet.
#Moon Day.
Yeah, go watch Sailor Moon now.
Mm-hmm.
Hulu.com.
Or Viz, if you don't like Hulu. If you don't like being on Hulu, you can go to Viz.
It's true.
Neon Alley or whatever? Is that what it's called? Neon something?
I guess. Just Google it. It'll be there.
Just Google it.
SG. If you don't use Google.
Have a good
Ding.
night.
Have a good night.